Welcome back. It's time for Media Watch. James Creedon's here. James, we're looking at the, well, it's a pretty heavy story to start with. The execution scheduled of Troy Davis in the state of Georgia in the US, a man who says that he's been the victim of mistaken identity, though convicted of killing an off-duty police officer in 1989.
That's right. It's been a big talk online today about it, Mark. If this photo is here, if this photo was taken on Place de la Concorde in the centre of Paris, if we have a look at it, it shows a demonstration earlier this evening, which shows the level to which this has become a global kind of battle to save this man from execution later on tonight. And here we can see on Twitter, Amnesty UK, they say that they sent out 62,000 emails today, and they started a kind of a campaign called Too Much Doubt. You can see it here, and that got something like, what was it, 240,000 mentions.
So the doubt is that there's no forensic evidence, there's no DNA evidence, there's no fingerprint evidence, there's no murder weapon ever been found, and most of the key witnesses have retracted their statements now.
It's pretty incredible, and even The Guardian here, 10 reasons why he should not be executed, and you mentioned a lot of them. The New York Times, their editorial yesterday, a grievous wrong. Time magazine has been calling it the failure of a legal safety valve. Salon, then, they're saying basically that it's kind of fitting that the execution of a possibly innocent man is making headlines now, because very recently Rick Perry, in a Republican presidential debate, was cheered at the mention of the 234 executions he was responsible for as governor of Texas. We'll have a listen to that, actually, because it's pretty shocking stuff, I think.
Governor Perry, a question about Texas. Your state has executed 234 death row inmates, more than any other governor in modern times. Have you struggled to sleep at night?
It's funny what people applaud, isn't it?
Absolutely. And so I suppose that's the counterpoint to all of that. There's a lot of talk online trying to prevent this from happening, but you do have 64% of Americans that are in favour of the death penalty. That's according to a Gallup poll last November.
Okay, let's bring things back to France now with the kind of, well, the first TV interview given by Dominic Strauss-Kahn since the whole Sofitel hotel affair blew up in New York, when he was accused by a hotel maid of attempting to rape her in that suite. Criminal charges dropped. He's still facing a civil case as well, and obviously allegations here in France from a different source. One French journalist finds similarities between Bill Clinton's escapades with Monica Lewinsky. I'm intrigued by this one.
Well, basically, on Sunday night, Dominic Strauss-Kahn half apologised to, I suppose, the French people and all that for what happened in New York. And this, if we have a look here on Le Grand Journal's website, that's a TV channel here in France, this journalist, Jean-Michel, that's right, Jean-Michel Apathy, he found some similarities with Bill Clinton's apology back in 1998 after the Monica Lewinsky scandal. It's pretty surprising stuff. Let's have a look, because I think he's put his finger on something.
Okay.
What happened was not just an inappropriate relationship. It was more than that. It was a failure.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong.
I failed my wife.
I misled people, including even my wife.
I deeply regret it.
I deeply regret that.
I think that makes Dominic Strauss-Kahn look better, doesn't it?
Right.
Because obviously the difference in both kind of like cases is huge.
That's it.
That's a huge difference.
That's what another journalist here was saying this evening as well. Poor Bill Clinton, because, I mean, what happened there, okay, it mightn't have been completely upstanding and all of that, but there was no accusation of anything illegal, so it's not. But perhaps the communication strategy of Bill Clinton was studied by Dominic Strauss-Kahn's people.
Maybe. Okay, so, and obviously the DSK, Dominic Strauss-Kahn, because we all say DSK in France, sorry about that. This affair, inspiring other media, other TV sources.
This is pretty bizarre. Law and Order, well-known TV show, tonight on NBC in the US. There's going to be an episode, one would say heavily inspired by the Dominic Strauss-Kahn scandal. If we have a look at the credits, this is going to be rolling on NBC tonight. We don't know yet if it's going to come over to France, whether they're going to buy up the rights for the 13th season. But it features an Italian guy who's going for the Prime Minister's job in Italy, comes over to New York, is arrested at the airport, involved in a situation where he's accused of having raped a hotel maid. So it sounds pretty similar to another story we've been hearing a lot about recently.
Okay.
And but they, of course, say any similarities with real or imagined characters is purely coincidental.
Of course, because if you put that at the end of the series, everyone believes that, don't they? You know, life imitating art, art imitating life. James, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
James
Mark.
Creedon with Media Watch.